Hello everyone and welcome to JL Murphy Reserve as round 23 continues as Port Melbourne get ready to host Altona Magic in a huge game for both sides, finals aspirations. A loss tonight and it would leave the late season charge for the finals severely dashed, but a win will keep you in the conversation to make this top six as we head towards the final month of the home and away season. And as both sides now have broken away from their huddles, we'll just quickly go through the starting lineup, and it's Magic Morwith in goal for Port Melbourne. Back four of Alan Kearney, Maker, Michael Eager and Amadou Karoma. And in midfield it's Daniel Clark, Curran Ferns and Yuta Konagaya, with Kamal Ibrahim and Finn Beekhurst on the wings, with number 9 Englishman Sam Ford up top. Nick Ayres is on the bench, so too is Thomas Hurd, Liam Ward, Brodie Taylor and Giordano Marafiotti. For Altona Magic, Shane Vidikangas in goal with a back four of Sam Mitchington, Dane Milovanovic, Liram Almazi, Cobby Bohini. And in midfield, it's Troy Ruthven, Sammy Noor and Michael Lee, with Daniel Kujinski, Hassan Jalal and John McShane. In attack on the bench, it's Rory Currans, David Trajanovski, Davor Chafurovic, Marinos Gasparis and James McGarry. So we're just about ready for kick-off. Referee in the middle is Alexander Leber. As both sides go through their final warm-ups. And we're just about ready. And it's Altona Magic who kick off. Almazi straight away looks for Kujinski out wide, but that ball's a little bit too strong and out for the first throw of the game. It's been another test here for Port Melbourne, who went up against Oakley last week, managed to get a point away. Altona will be disappointed to score first and then concede 2 goals against Dandenong City last week at home to lose. Ball in the midfield, Noor. It's forced back. Milovanovic. So Altona try to play through midfield. As Ferns cuts it off and it goes out for a throw. Now ball over the top. Eager heads it away. Ball finds its way through. Chip ball looking for Konagaya. We'll still find him at the edge of the box. As Ford drives it towards the box, trying to cut it back. And in the end, the ball goes out for a goal kick. But a nice high-tempo start here on Saturday night NPL action. Expect both sides to really go at each other, because a draw doesn't really help any side's chances to make the top 6. Vidikangas to kick the ball back into play. McShane wins that header. Maker heads it back and Eager can't get it clear. Kuczynski will come back and turn for Altona. Looking to drive forward. Ball just behind McShane. Ibrahim couldn't take it in his stride. Now Bohini. Noor gets to turn. There's plenty of Port shirts around him, and in the end, Michael Eager with the challenge. Now Kamal Ibrahim opens up the play, and now they can move forward through Ford. A bit of space in front of him as he's trying to play it through to Beekhurst. In the end, Mitchington will go back to his goalkeeper. Milovanovic is in the starting lineup for John Storchevsky, who unfortunately suffered what seems to be a season-ending injury last week. Now Port get it back through Clark. Return pass can't find him, and Altona will retain possession again. And as always, we are live and interactive on Facebook, so if you want to drop through a comment, let us know where you're watching from and your thoughts on the NPL. As Altona with a nice move into the box. Beekhurst comes across and does well to shield it out. It's great work from Altona on the left-hand side. As Mitchington makes his way into the box, he's scored a couple of goals this year so far. Now Amadou Karoma. It's good high pressing from Altona. More with a good pass to switch it though. And the veteran Kearney. It's going to be a good battle between him and Kujinski on this near side. And Kearney goes back to Eager. Plenty of experience between them two at NPL level. Curran Ferns. As after a really high tempo start for both sides, Port Melbourne took the opportunity just to slow things down for the moment. Attempted nutmeg there from Ibrahim and is dispossessed. Almazi scored one of the goals of the season, the fairly young centre-back in that loss to Dandenong City last week. Hassan Jalal with a great turn. Now he's got to try to beat Karoma again. Clips it into McShane, gets the header off the crossbar. And the first chance of the game was just whiskers from going in as John McShane hits the ball up against the crossbar. It's a great position from McShane. The shot bet Magic Marworth in goal. But fortunately for Port Melbourne, it just crushed off the outside of the bar. Marworth will play it long. 40s. Well, it seemed like he might have been offside then, but no flag went up. Almazi tries to clear it. Kearney away. Bohini over the top of Ibrahim. Referee allows the game to go. Ball's won back by Ford. Can he find a teammate? Does the next best thing, and that is find a corner for the Sharks. So they've had an early opportunity for Altona to score. What can Kamal Ibrahim create here from this corner? Sam Ford makes a nuisance of himself in front of the goalkeeper. Ball comes into a dangerous area, and in the end the header does go towards goal. It was Maker with the final touch, but Vidakangas was able to hold on to that one. Great pass finds Jalal out wide. Now Sammy Noor. Does Port get the numbers back quite deep? Stopping the counter-attack opportunities for Altona. They can switch it with Bohini here. Dangerous ball in. Eager well positioned. Kuczynski, great layoff. And now from range, the shot comes in from Lee, who tried to score a goal against his former side, and he's put that out onto the road. So a couple of little opportunities for Altona. Ferns and Maker. Again, Port Melbourne trying to play out from the back, but this high pressing of Altona won't allow him. Still, they stick to the philosophy. Ibrahim, and now the field opens up as they get past the high press of Altona. Beakhurst with room out wide. Around the corner. Karoma couldn't get the cross into the box. Now Altona try to clear. And the ball won't stay in for Hassan Jalal, who's had a good impact for Altona since making that move halfway through the season. Now Port with a throw. Ford, little layoff. Chance here, and then Beakhurst gets the shot away. In fact, it's deflected out for a corner. As Kamal Ibrahim gets his chance to cross in the second corner from that side. In the end, goes towards the back post. Vitikangas with a strong punch. Gets it clear. Altona try to keep the ball in. And I must admit, there is a little bit of a shirt clash between Vitikangas, the Altona goalkeeper, in a purple kit, and the blue and red of Port Melbourne. Sammy Noor. Great skill to drive it forward. Couldn't find Kuczynski. Kearney. And now Clark. Noor read that pass well, and again he tries to drive forward and rides a couple of challenges and gets the foul for Altona. It's been a very direct start from Altona in attack. Bit chaotic at times as they've tried to be so aggressive with the way they've moved the ball forward. And now Reuven tries to cross it in. And Morwith will hold on to that one. It's a great throw from the keeper. Konagai has got time to get the ball turned forward. Karoma crosses it in, but that'll be easy for Vitikangas. Wasted opportunity for Port Melbourne on the break. Now Almazi. Ruthen, first time ball. I liked the idea, but he couldn't find Jalal. And now once again, Port will play from the back, eager. And Kamal Ibrahim can't find the right pass. Lee. Went for the 1-2. Eager will cut that pass off. Now Ferns. Time for Daniel Clark. He will find Ford. Trying to turn and get the shot away. Almazi with the block. Now Almazi continues the run forward. Heavy touch from the big defender. Now he is out of position. Curran Ferns for Port. Looking to continue their strong form at home, Port Melbourne. They have won 5 of their last 6 at JL Murphy Reserve, and they do have all their games to the end of the home and away season at home, so if they can continue to build on that, great opportunity for them to sneak into the finals, which they did last year. Kearney. Now Ibrahim. And now Clark. Trying to play it through. Kamal Ibrahim. And Kearney with the cross in, looking for Ford. It's just above his head. Beakhurst will manage to hold on to the ball. Now Konagaya. Back to Beakhurst. How's the cutback? Trying to find Ford. Altona read it well. And a heavy touch off Karoma. We'll see Altona out of danger. It was a great opportunity for Port Melbourne. You can see what Beakhurst was trying to do, cut the ball back to Sam Ford, close to the penalty spot, but it was well read. I think it was Almazi who got a foot to it and just deflected it away from Ford. Now Reuven for Altona. Now they could try to move it to McShane. Ruthen turns out of trouble. Milovanovic. In the end, the ball around the corner, can't find a teammate. Goran Lovasnovski's not happy how easy that was to throw the ball and switch the play, but unfortunately for Port Melbourne, Maker's pass is ill-directed. Ruthven. The hard-working Michael Lee. Finds Kuczynski, gets to turn. Crosses to the back post, but with the right foot, couldn't find a teammate. It's out for a goal kick. In NPL Victoria action earlier today, it was Green Gully versus the Melbourne Knights, and Melbourne Knights on another side trying to work their way back into the top six with their points deduction at the moment. Sees them still outside, but it was a good points away to Green Gully, where Alex Salmon continued his goal-scoring run. I think it was Anthony Dujal with a goal for the Knights in return. So Melbourne Knights move up to 31 points. Port Melbourne 30, Altona 29. Oakley play a little bit later tonight against Avondale on 32. So effectively, if Avondale do beat Oakley and Port get the win tonight, they can be in the top six by the end of the weekend for the first time this year. Altona earlier in the season were in the top six, but if you look at the injury list that they've had for most of the season, it's great to see them still in contention to make the top six. A win today would put them level points if Oakley do lose, but I think goal difference, Oakley is slightly better. And now it's Ford. Ball goes through. Flag stays down. And it's Daniel Clark who opens the scoring for Port Melbourne. A dagger through the heart of the Altona Magic defence. And it is Daniel Clark who scores for Port. Altona really disappointed with their defence then, how easy that Port Melbourne were able to play the ball through. A well-timed run. And Clarkie's in the goals. As Clark gets his second goal in the NPL season. Just making that run from midfield. It's brilliantly found, and while Altona have had a couple of opportunities to open the scoring, they've given up a 1v1 chance and Daniel Clark buried it. So it's the Sharks who lead here at JL Murphy Reserve. Ruthven around the corner. Kuczynski. Now Bohini. Now Kuczynski got the touch first and he's fouled by Kearney. Kuczynski's in quite a bit of pain as he tries to pick himself up now. Now it's a chance for Ruthven. As Stan says, well done, boys. But can Altona hit back quickly? Ruthven floats it in. Morwith was lucky to get a fingertip to that. Jalar will try to keep the ball alive. It's a great turn. Cross comes in. Clark away. And in the end, the Sharks get it clear. Ruthven with a spectacular effort. It wasn't far away. Had Majak Morwith climbing towards his crossbar. Great technique by Ruthven in midfield. Kearney, sliding challenge from Bohini. In the end, he apologises to Kamal Ibrahim straight away. And the referee takes the opportunity just to have a talk to the player instead of brandishing the first yellow card. Now Maker. Ferns had to throw it in reverse to pick that ball up. Maker finds Ford. And now the pass is just a little bit too high for Ibrahim. And Stan says, watching live from Greece, thanks for the broadcast. Well, I'll tell you what, couldn't be any better places in the world this time of year than to be in Greece. So rest up, enjoy it, Stan. As the Sharks try to attack again, Almazi cuts it out. And now it's Lee. And Mitchington. Ruthen around the corner. If it stays in play, it won't. As Hassan Jalal was making that run in the channel again. And out for a Sharks throw. Konagaya. Maker over the top. Almazi hits the ground. And now Ford can continue. Eddie Sam Ford. Great move from him, Keys. He got the finish. Vidakangas with the save. And once again, another 1v1 opportunity given up. And in the end, Almazi's fouled in midfield. As Konagaya tries to stop him taking it quick. Mitchington. And McShane. Lee will pick up the rebounds. And over the top, Kuczynski would have been offside. In fact, the flag does go up because it did affect the play. Once again, the Sharks can start from the back. It's been a pretty entertaining first 20-odd minutes in this game. Ball over the top. Ivanovic. Now Reuven. And now Knorr. Couldn't retrieve the ball. Opens it up for Clark, who's held back by the defender. This time the referee does brandish a yellow card. So now Kearney. So the first yellow card of the game. Now Eager. So that goal, as I stated before on the live ladder, sees Port Melbourne into the 6. It's a lot of pressure on Oakley, who have started the season so slowly, but found quite a decent groove in the last 10 weeks to see themselves into the top 6. Having to go up against top side Avondale a little bit later tonight to hold on to their top 6 spot, at least for this week. Although if you look at the sides that Port Melbourne have to beat to try to get into the top 6 at the end of the season, as Eager plays it forward, will stay off the play for the moment. Long range strike is over the top from Amadou Karoma. Well, Port do stay at home for the rest of the year, but they've got Heidelberg United, Bentley Greens and Dandenong City, so that is 3 tough sides to play when you're trying to break your way into the top 6. But if they manage to get into the top 6 after playing those sides, well, they've well and truly earned it and would be full of confidence that they could beat those sides again in towards the final, especially Heidelberg Bentley. Dandy City, a loss last night, probably sees that their finals chances are over. Almazi, Kuczynski, and now Reuven. Left it a little bit short, and Konagaya with the foul. And the yellow card will go up against him. So Konagaya checks on Reuven. As the referee goes to his notebook. As Reuven picks himself up. He's been on the end of a couple of heavy challenges so far, Troy Reuven. Really has been a shining light in this Altona season. He's on the ball again. Milivanovic, Kuczynski, Kearney will get it away. Milivanovic will get a second bite at it. Now McShane heads it in out wide, but Kearney's there. Trying to find the right angle for the right pass. In the end, he's got Clark. It's a good turn there by Ibrahim and opens up the field for Port. Once again, they get past the high press of Altona as Beakhurst drives it forward. Konagaya gets to turn on the left and score the second goal for the Port Melbourne Sharks. Yuta Konagaya on that left foot. He's found his range, and Port Melbourne now take a 2-0 lead at home here against Altona Magic. And it's Yuta Konagaya's 7th goal for the season. And what a finish that was. So Yuta Konagaya, it was brilliant football from Port Melbourne, turning defence to attack and very quickly. Altona pressed up, couldn't win the ball back, and once Kamal Ibrahim found that pass into midfield, it all opened up for the Sharks. And Konagaya's shot had plenty of bite, and Vidakangas was grasping at air. It is Port Melbourne 2, Altona 0. Milivanovic away. The ball goes out for a throw. It seems that Port Melbourne really are timing their run extremely well towards the end of this season. Ball headed back, Ferns. Looking for Ford. Ibrahim wins it back. Unfortunately for the Sharks, he slips over. Hassan Jalal, great skill. Finds Bahini, but couldn't find the outlet out wide. Kuczynski. Now Lee will try to set things up again for Altona. Reuven. As Port now have all their players back behind the ball. Reuven out wide. Headed away. Beakhurst. Turns away. Pass couldn't find Ibrahim. Bahini back. Again, it's very tight for Altona to move forward with the numbers that Port have back. Mitchington looking for McShane. Marwith comes out and starts the attack quickly. Ibrahim. Konagaya. Now Ferns. So great passing football by Port Melbourne. Now Beakhurst. Konagaya trying to fire it in. Milivanovic away. Eager gets there in front of McShane. Now over the top. The ball will find its way to Ford. Trying to turn and cross it into the box, but Vidakangas will get there just as Finn Beakhurst was about to plant the header. Full of confidence, the Sharks now. Now McShane gives the pass away though. Now Ibrahim. Turns inside. And in the end, McShane gives away the foul. Now Kamal Ibrahim, what can he create this time? Ford looking for the 1-2 at the edge of the box. Almazi wins it back, and now Mitchington away. One for McShane to try to hold the ball up. In the end, the ball finds Kindly in midfield. Sammy Knorr got there first. Jalal trying to turn. Great strength from him. Now Kuczynski. Chance for Altona. Kuczynski fires it off the crossbar again. McShane follow up. Goes back. Sammy Knorr. And the save is made by Marwith. The angle might have been a little bit too tough there for McShane to finish it. Tried to find a teammate. But it's just those little differences in the game. Altona hit the bar twice. And Port Melbourne hit the back of the net twice with their two shots. Kuczynski just fired it with the right foot. Really caught the keeper out. And now Ibrahim goes forward. Bahini. What a great opportunity that was for Altona. Be so disappointed that they haven't at least got a goal in this game. Now Mitchington. So again, the ball's given up a little bit too cheaply, and it opens up the counter-attack for the Sharks. And in the end, the ball goes out for a corner. Now the referee's going to go back and deliver a yellow card there to Curran Ferns. So Michael Eager's trying to have a talk to the referee now about that. So Ferns is in the book. Now it's the chance for Daniel Clark. Crosses it in. Altona flick it away. Ibrahim will get the ball back. And Clark will get the chance to cross again. Vitikangas comes out, dropped it, and it's Maker to make it 3. Outstanding from Port Melbourne Sharks. And they've got 3 first half goals here in the first half an hour of this game. Maker with one of the most easiest goals he will ever score. Vitikangas come out, did the right thing, but unfortunately dropped it, and it fell to Maker. So Maker gets his first goal in a Port Melbourne shirt. As Altona kick off again. 3-0 down. Port taking all their big chances. And that one was really gift wrapped by the goalkeeper, Shane Vitikangas. Now Reuven switches it out. Bohini's got a bit of room in front of him. McShane's in the box. Can he get the cross in? In fact, it was near post. Didn't give McShane any chance. And Eager gets it clear. But now Reuven again. Looking to create. Kuczynski, good turn. He's found a little bit of an angle in his left foot, but couldn't get the shot away. Now Knorr turns into trouble. Does well to win it back. And now Lee. This is good work. Now Bohini cuts inside. Can he get the shot away? Copy Bohini, he does. And once again, the ball is high and wide and not very close to the goal. So Altona have hit the bar twice and had 2 shots that have pretty much ended up close to the road. On the other hand, it's Port Melbourne with their 2 shots scored, and then the absolute gift just moments ago from Vitikangas. So 3-0 after 33 minutes. Ball over the top. Trying to clear it away. Kuczynski not fouled. Now Ibrahim, who's had a big impact in this game so far. This time can't find the right pass. Commentators curse as Lee tries to start the counter-attack. Hassan Jalal always wanted to turn inside. Maker with a great challenge. And now Amadou Karoma will bring it forward. Maker over the top. Almazi will get there first. And Vidakangas has to deal with the bouncing ball. Karoma cushions it. Konagaya, who has scored the pick of the goal so far. Now Karoma to throw the ball back in. Now it's Lee. Kearney. Now it's all very tight for Altona at the moment, but now they work it out well. Sammy Noor. Now Bahini. Once again, bombs up down this right wing. Gets inside of Clark. He's got another opportunity to go on the outside this time. Crosses it in, Eager. Just cushions the pass away. Always in the right spot is Michael Eager. Now it opens up again for Clark. The confidence of Ibrahim. Now Ford. And Clark trying to cross it in first time. Vidakangas will get there first. But really, Kamal Ibrahim, the former gold medal winner, is turning back the clock. Ball's almost given away. Vidakangas will get another chance, this time to play it short to Almazi. Almazi, Kuczynski, good turn. Plays it through, here's McShane. Wide angle, fires it across the goalkeeper who makes the save. So Marwith has been tested a couple of times now and still got his clean sheet. But Altona have the opportunity here from this corner to at least try to get a goal back here before half time. Cross comes in, trying to flick it back towards goal. Eager had time to get a touch and then get it clear with his left. Bahini. Crosses in. Marwith comes across and gets it again. Always looking for that quick throw. In the end, he has to go to Eager. Skoran Lozanovsky's not happy with the pressing of his side. Ibrahim. Now Michael Eager. What a season from the veteran defender Michael Eager is having. Also scored plenty of goals too. He did score the goal last week against Oakley from a corner. He's got 5 goals for the season, 2 off Yuta Konagoya. As being the top goal scorer for the Sharks, which is an amazing effort for a defender. Sort of really is a battle between him and Matthew Reid as the highest goal-scoring defenders in the league this year. I think Reid's got 4 goals for Avondale. Now Maker. Loses out. And now it's Lee. Eager starts the counter-attack. He's going to stay forward, Michael Eager. He feeds Ford. Sam Ford looking to cut inside and curl it, and Vidakanga's got his body behind it and makes the save. Now Lee. Almazi, Kuczynski. He's been able to turn Kearney a few times in this game. Now Noor out wide. Will it sit for McShane? He's chasing after it. It's just got a little bit too much on it. As Big John McShane's not happy with that pass from Sammy Noor. Again, another wasted opportunity for the Altona Magic. As we get closer and closer to half-time. Magic Marwith will take the opportunity to slow things down just a little bit here. Marwith long. Bahini. And the ball's going to fall. And Kamal Ibrahim over the top into the channel to Clark. Sits for his left foot. Trying to cross it in. It finds its way. Sam Ford, can he make it four? He can. Sam Ford gets the fourth goal for the Sharks. And what a first half rout this has turned out to be. It is Port Melbourne 4, Altona 0. And another brilliant pass there from the Sharks that cut the Altona defence to ribbons. And this in-form Port Melbourne Sharks side is making a big statement tonight. So another celebration, fourth time this half. As Altona have no answers. So we've still got another 3 or 4 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. In this brilliant half from Port Melbourne. As they try to attack again. Now it's Lee. Bahini looking for Kuczynski. Good battle with Kearney that time, and Eager will use his goalkeeper. Curran Ferns. Just the confidence to play out of the back and find Konagoya. Just the quick, crisp ball movement from the Sharks. Now Maker. Maker's pass, lucky for him, will come back to him. Reuven fights for it, but in the end the ball finds its way. And in the end Clark couldn't turn inside. Now Lee. Over the top. Once again the Sharks get it back. Now it's a chance to drive forward. Beekhurst to Clark, across the box. Milovanovic in the right spot, in between two Port Melbourne players to get it clear. And now there's a little bit of space for Altona if they could move it quickly. Reuven switches it. McShane tries to make the run on the outside, and Altona happy just to slow things down for the moment. Milovanovic for McShane. Eager. In the end, Kuczynski. A neat little pass there from Kearney. And the turn from Ibrahim. Now Kearney. Switching ball. It's going to bounce. Konagoya. Try to head it to a teammate. Jalal will pick that off though. Trying to drive it forward. Amadou Karoma back heel. This is magic football. This is like Barcelona-esque at the moment from the Sharks. There's a tick-attack of football from the Sharks as confidence has grown and grown as this game's gone on. Sammy Noor. Can he get the shot away? He does, but he drives across it and out for a goal kick. As the referee's getting close to organise his board soon. Ball over the top. Konagoya. Can the Sharks get a fifth in this half? As Ibrahim. He's got Kearney as the outlet. Back post delivery. Still going to get a chance to try to get it back into the box. A little nibble there. Referee waves away any penalty shout. And Vidagangas will collect it for his goal kick. There's a fourth official now. Just getting ready to sort out his board. Bahini. Maker, it's over his head. And in the end, another little half shout for a penalty. McShane just picks himself up. There's 2 minutes is going up on the board as Ford. Can't control it. And now Lee. Bahini heads it forward, but once again there's no Altona player there to meet it. As Morwith will take his time. So now pick the ball up, just teasing John McShane. It's truly been an outstanding half from Port Melbourne. Some of the best football I've seen in the NPL this year in this first half. Now Ferns. I think that the Sharks are just quite happy to possess the ball to the end of this half. Now Clark, who did open the scoring in this game. As the ball's headed away. It's not too far away to go here in this first half. It's Konagoya. It's cut out. And the referee now blows half-time here at JL Murphy Reserve. And what a half it's been from the home side. Port Melbourne Sharks have put 4 goals past Altona Magic, where Daniel Clark opened the scoring in the 16th minute before Yuta Konagoya's long-range strike in the 25th. In the 31st minute, Maker made the most of a goalkeeping error to prod home, and Sam Ford was there for the cross that came in low to take a touch and fire past the goalkeeper. So it is Port Melbourne who, well, it was a big game for both sides in the contents of who's going to be real in the conversation for the top 6, and it's well and truly the Sharks who've had plenty of bite in this first half, and that's how they lead. It's 4-0 to Port Melbourne. We're just going to have a short break. In about 10 minutes, we'll be back for the second half. How you going, battery-wise? 30 seconds of this second half. Now the ball's with Amadou Karoma. Kamal Ibrahim. Now Konagaya can turn again. The Sharks through Clark and Kearney. He's got Ferns. It's left a little bit short for him. A break here. They've got to turn this into something. Altona. Sammy Nor drives forward. Goes into the box. Goes for the shot and it's off the line. Alan Kearney comes across. Surely it was going to be a goal there for Altona. And in the end, Maker kicks the ball out. Looks like Amadou Karoma might be the one down. So waiting to see how Amadou Karoma is. But what an opportunity. Sammy Nor did get the shot away. It was going to go in. And Alan Kearney, desperate to get back onto the line. Would have been a bit of a momentum changer there if Altona could have got the goal within a minute or so of the first, for the second half starting. Got a serious problem here with Amadou Karoma, who's been helped off the pitch. It was a heavy challenge. And in the end, they're going to have to sit him down here. He's definitely got a serious problem, as Amadou Karoma, who's been an excellent player for Port Melbourne over a couple of years now. Hassan Jalal does the sporting thing and throws it out for a goal kick. And Adam Pittick's waving to the sideline to let him know if Karoma can continue or not. It seems very unlikely that he'll be able to. And in the end, Karoma's going to try to get to a jog and see if he can continue in this game. He's now trying to make his way to the halfway line, so he's going to have a go trying to continue. Ball over the top. McShane fights for it, but Konagaya gets the scraps. Maker away. Now Ferns into the path of Clark. And now Kamal Ibrahim, who's really dominated the first half of this game. It's been vintage Kamal Ibrahim. Konagaya trying to turn, leaves the ball behind. And now Reuven. And now Bahini. Kearney tries to cut it out. Bahini will get it back. Continues to drive forward. Left foot, can he get the shot away again? This time it's straight at Marwith and he is able to hold on. So in this first half it was 4 goals to the Sharks, but Altona did hit the bar twice. John McShane with a header early in the game, and Daniel Krajinski with a right-footed shot that he may have attempted to try to cross, but it really cannoned into the post. We also had another great opportunity as the ball, as Beekhurst in the end has given away the foul. Referee says he was holding on to the defender's arm. Hassan Jalal. Now Lee to Nor. McShane. This is good work. Once again, how's the cross? Bahini away. Sammy Nor keeps it. Ball goes forward. It's taken away from Lee. And the Sharks get it clear. This game is really, really stretched to start this second half as Beekhurst decides, I'm going to take on the defender. And in the end, the linesman has seen the foul. So set piece opportunity. So chance for Michael Eager. And Maker to move their way forward. Cross comes in near post for Ford. In the end controls it. Konagoya with the second chance. Clips it in. And Vidakangas comes and collects. Once he was bumped and the ball came clear. And in the end, Altona try to get it clear. And now it's Knorr. And he was clipped as he made the pass, and Altona get the foul. Now Bahini. Once again, Port Melbourne are very quick to get numbers behind the ball. Now Almazi goes to the channel. Maker will get there first and try to shield it back to the keeper. It's Kearney. They always seem to have these options in midfield, but they've left it a bit short now. Eager, once again, was there to cover things for Port Melbourne. Now Karoma. Richardson heads it only into the path of Beakhurst. Konagoya just cushions it to Beakhurst. Trying to play it in the channel. The ball will find its way to Konagoya. Now Ford. Bit of trickery. And just couldn't find the right pass to Beakhurst. And again, Altona bring the ball forward with numbers. Kuczynski makes a nice run. Flag will stay down. Trying to turn back onto the left. Eager with him every step of the way. He makes the challenge. And the foul's being given, but it's just outside the box. There were shouts from the Altona bench for a penalty, but it is just outside. So this set piece opportunity for Altona. Altona have already shown this year that they do have plenty of goals in them. As Ruthven's over the ball. Two-man wall protecting the near post for Port Melbourne. They do have the opportunity to cut it back. Infinity clips it in, and Marwith comes and collects. Been an excellent game from Port Melbourne's goalkeeper so far. Now Ibrahim. It's a midfield forward. Now Beakhurst. Keep going, does Beakhurst. In the end, the challenge was well made. Mitchingson will drive it. Now Hassan Jalal. Plays it through McShane. Ball played behind him. It was always going to be difficult for him to reel that in and find a teammate. Now Karoma, Beakhurst. Trying to play the little nutmeg on Almazi, who reads it and makes the challenge. And the first substitute of the night will be made. Now Brodie Taylor, a couple of goals already for the Sharks since crossing over. Looks like Sam Ford, who got a goal tonight. He's worked hard all year, has Sam Ford, the English striker. Took his chance well. He's linked up well with his teammates, and now it's a chance for Brodie Taylor to enter the fray. Altona did keep with the same starting 11. Saw them go to 4-0 down at half-time. It's been a much better effort so far in the second half from Altona, but still no goals. Milovanovic fires it forward. Kearney reads it well. Konagai is always that outlet for Port. As Maker uses his goalkeeper, it's a very bumpy area of the penalty box that Majak Marwith is going to have to try to control the ball in. As Taylor tries to switch it, it's cut out. And now Lee bounces the ball off Machine. Jalal finds a little bit of room. Nor. Now Lee again. It's all very tight at the edge of the box as Mitchington tried to turn. And the Sharks with numbers. Clark. He's got Ibrahim out wide. As Clark continues to run, he'll get it back. They've got plenty of numbers forward. Daniel Clark around the keeper. No penalty. And in the end, it goes out for a goal kick. Altona with an opportunity with this foul. As Ruthen's over the ball again, his delivery's been excellent so far this season. So far, Majak Marwith has really controlled his 6-yard box in these situations. Clips it in, looking for McShane. Altona trying to keep the ball alive with Knorr. In fact, it was Jalal, and the ball's deflected out for a throw. And Mitchington. Now Lee with the cross. Bahini, little snapshot. It's going to spin away as Kearney tries to prevent the corner, and he's unable to do so. So everyone back for the Sharks trying to defend. Milovanovic heads it towards goal. It's going to be scrapped around, and Milovanovic scores. So Altona get one back. Dane Milovanovic. It fell back to him, and then he just stepped into it and stroked the ball into the back of the net. And Altona pull at least one back, and their good start to the second half sees them with the opening goal, but they still are well and truly far behind. So we're about to kick off again. Altona make the most of that chance. Milovanovic. So Altona get it back. Bahini. Neat turn away from Ibrahim. continues to keep going. It's been an impressive game from the Altona fullback, at least in an attacking sense. Now Mitchingson. Hassan Jalal. Looking for the 1-2. Karoma will try to see it out. In the end, the ball wouldn't make it, so has to go up the line. Milovanovic. Look into the starting lineup after missing last week. Now Hassan Jalal will chase after it. He'll get there first. Cross comes in, back post. McShane chests it to Noor. It's deflected. Kuczynski on the turn. It's off the post and it's in. 2 goals within a minute. And Altona pick the ball up and they go back to the spot again. And Daniel Kuczynski, it's almost seemed in slow motion as the ball come off the post. And it's crept over the line. Altona 2 goals in a minute. Game on here again at JL Murphy Reserve. We've seen some crazy comebacks over the years in the NPL. This would definitely be up there with them. 4-0 at half-time. They get the opening 2 goals of the second half. Now Beakhurst. Daniel Kuczynski. And now it's Port who look nervous on the ball. It's a bit of an NPL classic in the making here as Ruffin wins it back for Altona. In the end, an ill-directed pass. Karoma to Beakhurst. Heavy touch. Lee wins it back for Altona. Milovanovic, neat pass. But in the end, Altona do get forced back to their keeper. Vidakangas. Kuczynski just tried to help it on its way. Eager will get it back. Konagoya. Now Ibrahim. Ferns fires it in. Taylor tries to turn and strike. It's taken a deflection. We'll see it out for a corner. It's really the first time in about 10 minutes that Melbourne were able just to retain possession and be able to drive the ball forward with a bit of ease like they did for the majority of the first half. As Daniel Clark is over to take the corner. Altona have left a couple of players forward. Cross comes in, Vidakangas. Punches it away. It's going to fall kindly. But the first time pass misses Noor. Curran Ferns. We'll get it back from Ibrahim. Reuven gets the foul. I want to move it quickly. Konagoya was in the way. Vidakangas does well to keep the ball going forward. And now it's going to be McShane. Switching ball from McShane will be cut out by Karoma, who, with a needless little flick, gives it back. Hassan Jalal drives it forward. Altona screaming for a foul as the Sharks take it away, not given by the ref. Ibrahim through the middle. Karoma, challenge made. Taylor, Konagoya, got the overlap out wide with Clark. Crosses back post. In fact, it almost went in. Almost chipped it over the really tall goalkeeper in Vidakangas, but in the end, a goal kick. And what a game we've got on offer for you guys here. Saturday night NPL Victoria action. Almazi. Maker heads it out for a throw. Scoring Lozanovsky's having a chat to James McGarry on the sideline. Really has missed a large chunk of this season through injury. It's good to see him back. At the moment, it's the Sharks through Alan Kearney. And James McGarry has now taken the bib off, so he will be the next substitute into this game. The ball's kept in play. Over the top, Beakhurst is onside. A chance here. Can the Sharks sort of wrap it up? They lay it off. Well done by Vitakangas. And he's fouled in the process. A real 50-50 ball where the goalkeeper's come off really second best. He's taken a boot to the face here. As there's quite a bit of concern from all players where the courage of Shane Vitakangas has put himself in harm's way. Hope that Vitakangas is okay after this. It's quite a great deal of concern from both sides. As they're just doing a couple of checks with Vitakangas. In the end, it does look like it gives the opportunity for both sides to settle down and have a drink, but all the appropriate checks have been taken now on Shane Vitakangas. The referee does have a yellow card in his hands, but he's just making sure that the Altona keeper is all right as the substitute goalkeeper is warming up. They've gone through a few goalkeepers this year, unfortunately, with Daniel Collison suffering a season-ending injury. Vitakangas and Rory Curran is the one warming up for Altona on the sidelines if Vitakangas can't continue. So in the end, Vitakangas picks himself up. Seems to be a little bit less concern. In fact, looking at the zoomed in image there, it looks like he's took a boot more to the chest than the head. It was a brave goalkeeping, throwing himself at the foot of that. Altona trying to get back into this game, committed plenty of numbers forward. As Rory Curran is still warming up. But it looks like Vitakangas will be able to continue. The referee still has a yellow card in his hand. So the yellow card does come out. Looks like Brodie Taylor, who did make that challenge. In the end, Vitakangas plays it short. But he can't play it inside his own box like that. And now they're out. Milovanovic, as the game continues, McGarry once again is taken off the bib, so he will be that substitution for Sammy Knorr, it looks like, but we'll wait till the ball goes out. Kuczynski wins it back for Altona. Now Lee. Almazi will want to bring it forward. Hassan Jalal into the channel. Mitchington will get there. Now Jalal. Can he find the right delivery? He's trying to find that angle for the cross. He eventually finds it. It's headed away. Sammy Knorr, edge of the box. Trying to fire it in. Eve, eager away. Now Jalal. Skipped in and out of trouble, but eventually Port get it clear. Now it's Lee. Sammy Mitchingson. Angelal. And Noor. Heavy touch, edge of the box. Ball comes back with Reuven, and now they've got Lee out wide. Cross comes in. It's still alive at the edge of the box. McShane goes over. Sammy Noor in there, trying to find a teammate, and in the end it gets cleared by Beekhurst. Milovanovic is there to it first and gets the foul. What an end-to-end game we've seen so far. There's still plenty of twists and turns in front of it. And Sammy Noor now makes his way to the sideline for James McGarry to enter the fray. McGarry makes his way into the box for this free kick. Cross comes in. Jack Morwith will collect as we're 72 minutes into this game. Still plenty of time for Altona, the way they're playing, to get these couple of goals back. Reuven. It really is a totally different side, Altona, here in the second half. Another chance at a throw in. Bahini wants McGarry. Back finds Kuczynski. Scored the second Altona goal in this game. Ball out wide. And in the end, Kearney. It will go out for a corner. Kearney thought he was pushed in the back then as he was trying to shield it. He did go over a little bit theatrically, and I think that's why the referee didn't pay it. Altona, once again, plenty of numbers forward, looking towards McGarry. It's headed away. Bahini just fired it back in. The header comes across by McShane and straight at the goalkeeper. And Marwith throws it out. Into the channel. Karoma. And the foul's been given. He's been clattered a couple of times. He picks himself up again to Amadou Karoma.
Volume. Are you hearing me, or have we got volume?
Now it's out wide for Kamal Ibrahim. As Ferns. They drive it forward again. Edge of the box. A little layoff for Beekhurst. He's forward. Cuts the ball back. Fired across. And Mitchingson touched it back. Shouts for a back pass, but there's no way he could deliberately control that back to the keeper. Still at the edge of the box. And now the shot from range from Kamal Ibrahim is blocked out wide. Ibrahim finds it to Clark. Now it's Eager. So again, the Sharks get back into their passing groove. Get the throw to Clark. Looking for Taylor. Ball flicked away. It's going to find a tray for Mitchingson to keep driving the ball forward. There's McShane. Once again, the Sharks get numbers back pretty quickly. Reuven Bahini's the outlet. Crosses it in. Maker gets it up in the air. Reuven tries to put it back in the mixer. Is it going to find its way through? No penalty given. And Marwith will collect. McShane can't believe it. He thought he was fouled from behind. There is a Port player down in the build-up as well. And by the looks of things, I think it's the Daniel Clark who got the scoring started in this game. So wait for Clark to pick himself up. So into towards the final 12 minutes of this game plus stoppage time. And then it was Altona who did get the last touch. Now Karoma throws it back in. Let's play on here as the Sharks go through Maker and Eager. In the end, Maker just has to go up the line, but that's worked out all right with Kamal Ibrahim. Trying to tease Mitchingson into a tackle. And in the end, he opens up the field. It's Kearney. It's a Beakhurst out wide. Just the pace being shown by the Sharks at the moment as Beakhurst rides a few challenges. Now they find their way out to Ibrahim. And in the end, he's miscontrolled and sent the ball out for a throw. There's Reuven. Brodie Taylor at his back and gets the foul. It's McGarry and Clark try to fight over that ball. Two former teammates at Hume City a couple of years ago. Sammy Mitchingson. Oh. Dane Milanovic. It did take a touch through off Beakhurst. It will be a corner. And the referee has given it. Beakhurst didn't know a huge amount about it. As we approach the final 10 minutes of the game, could really set up a grandstand finish if Altona could get a third second half goal here. In the end, it's edge of the box. Reuven trying to control it to himself, and he's clattered at the edge of the box. I think Brodie Taylor has already been in the book. There's a solid challenge at the edge of the box. The referee wants to have a talk to him. Will he show Brodie Taylor a second yellow here? Looks like he's just going to get a talking to. They've definitely got a few players who can finish this to Altona. You've got a James McGarry, Milovanovic, and Troy Reuven over the ball at the moment. McGarry steps away. I don't think it's going to be anybody else than Troy Reuven to shoot for this one. So the wall's been set. Can Altona get a third goal in this second half? And Milovanovic goes over the top. Disappointing with the opportunity that was created. As Morwith will have the opportunity to eat valuable seconds away. Now the ball forward. Hassan Jalal. Keeps going. Karoma with the challenge and finds the right pass. Kamal Ibrahim. In the end, Reuven comes back and wins it. Trying to go over the top into the channel. Kuczynski trying to turn, gets a corner. Now it comes in, back post. Altona trying to keep it alive. Eager away. Once again the challenge comes in from Eager. It's clipped into a dangerous area. Chance at the edge of the box. Milovanovic blocked again and then it's fired back into the mixer and Eager will just concede the corner. As the Magic fire another warning shot here at the Sharks. As Jalal will come across to take this corner. Bunch of players near the 6-yard box. Comes in, McShane at the back. In the end, it's going to be left for Reuven to cross it back in. Still alive. Can Port Melbourne deal with it? Edge of the box. The volley comes in deflected. It's come off Beakhurst, and Beakhurst gets it clear. Shouts for handball, but he controlled that well with the quad. And they defend this well. Altona keep all the numbers forward. McShane trying to keep it back alive. Kearney, penalties given. Kearney into the back of the Altona player, and a penalty has been given, so we will get the chance of this grandstand finish. Port Melbourne Sharks 4-0 up at half-time. Altona a chance to make it 4-3 here from the penalty spot. And the contact was felt from behind. As Michael Eager tries to talk to the referee, there's been 3 or 4 shouts from both sides for getting a penalty in tonight's game. But in the end, it's going to be Troy Reuven from the penalty spot. So Reuven for the chance for his 7th goal of the season. But most importantly, get Altona back into striking distance of Port Melbourne. So chance at a really late penalty in this game, but there's still plenty of time if you can score this to get this leveller. Troy Reuven from the penalty spot. Majak Morwith, the man to try to stop him. for a third second half goal for Altona Magic. It's Troy Reuven for Altona, and he beats the goalkeeper. Altona get the third second half goal, and they are right back in this game. As we head towards the final minutes plus stoppage time, it's been all Altona here in the second half. And they have continued to eat at this 4-goal lead that the Port Melbourne Sharks had in the first half. So penalty decision given. Can the Sharks hold on? Can Altona get this equaliser? Kearney already under pressure as Altona fight for it. McGarry, Kearney away. And it's going to find its way forward to Clark. As Clark tries to bring it forward himself. It's going to be Vitakangas to clear it. Flicked on. McGarry around the corner. Kuczynski's there. He'll get there first in front of the keeper. Covering challenge comes across from Kearney. And in the end, they do get it clear, the Sharks. Morworth come from a long way back. He was never going to be the first one there. Now McGarry trying to turn. Ibrahim, no foul given. Referee waves it away. Now Karoma into the channel. Shouts for offside not given. Brodie Taylor. As the Sharks go towards the corner. As Taylor pretty much sits on the ball. And in the end, the referee's given a foul the other way. So Brodie Taylor did well to hold on to the ball. So now the Sharks take it quickly. Taylor into the box. In the end, he was probably better to hold on to the ball because it's going to allow Altona to move forward. That was a pretty poor pass in the end. He had numbers in the middle for Altona. Once again, it's Clark. He'll do the smart thing again and head towards the corner. In the end, Altona get it back. Almazi. Mitchingson will move it forward. Jalal trying to step inside. Finds the right pass. Lee again. Now McGarry. Good little nutmeg by James McGarry. Still got the ball. Lee. It's again plenty of numbers in the box if they can find the right cross. Mitchingson does. And the header from McShane goes over the top. It is all one-way traffic here at JL Murphy Reserve. As we are into the final minute, there will be, you'd sort of expect to be quite a few minutes of stoppage time in this game, with with the 3 goals and a couple of injury concerns. So we wait on the 4th official. More with Long. Milovanovic heads it back. Now Lee goes up the line. McShane will get there. Holds on to the ball. Crossfield ball's cut out though. And now look at the Sharks with numbers forward. Clark will feed it to Beakhurst. What can Finn Beakhurst do? Cuts inside, deflected, shot goes wide. And it will be a corner as the 5 minutes now goes up on the board. And you expect that the Sharks would be able to eat a good 30 seconds off the clock here from this corner. As Daniel Clark walks his way over, Curran Ferns is now sat down in the middle of the pitch. So it's a cramp issue, but I probably suspect it's more a bit of gamesmanship, but the referee has looked at his watch, so I do hope that he plays 5 minutes of actual game time here in stoppage time. It really is a game you don't want to end. It's been end-to-end action from the start. As Port Melbourne got 4 first-half goals through Daniel Clark, Yuta Konagaya, and it was Maker as well, and Sam Ford. And in the second half, Dane Milovanovic got the goal. Daniel Kuczynski and Troy Reuven from the penalty spot. As the Sharks, Konagaya, go towards the corner again. Altona fight and get it back. Pass just misses Jalal, and now Ibrahim can keep going. Kamal Ibrahim trying to drive it to the edge of the box. He was sandwiched. But in the end, Altona take it clear. Reuven has got McGarry. Now James McGarry over the top. Kuczynski hits him in the back, but he'll get there. Gets back onto the left foot. Crosses back post. McShane across the goal, and it's in. They get the goal. Hassan Jalal 4-0 down, and they equalise at 4-4. What a game this has been. And it's Altona Magic who have fought and fought and fought. They've got the 4 goals back. It's a totally different side here in the second half. And hands on heads for the Port Melbourne Sharks, who really had this game under control. But it's Altona Magic 4, Port Melbourne 4. Hassan Jalal with his second goal of the season. McShane's cushioned the header back into his path. He got there before Eager, and it's 4-4. Now can we find a winner in this game? Konagaya to Ibrahim. Cross comes in. Here's a chance for Clark, and it goes over the top. There is shouts for a penalty for the push in the back from the Port bench. And in the end, Clark's header does go over the top. He did get a bit of pressure from behind. The referee has adjudged that the contact wasn't heavy enough for a penalty. But we play on again. Vitakangas long. McGarry forward. Ferns will get there. And he'll get it back from Clark. Beakhurst can't reel it in. Milanovic leaves it a little short, but Vitakangas gets it clear. McGarry goes out wide. Mitchington will try to get there first, and he does. Hassan Jalal back to Mitchington. Cross comes in, and Majak Marwith will collect. So the draw doesn't really help both sides in their race to make the top 6. Milanovic back to his keeper again, this time with a little bit more power behind it. Altona. Reuven's fouled. Referee allows the advantage to continue. And another one for Jalal and Karoma. Jalal comes across. McGarry. Maker forced him back, but the cross will still come in. Back post, all on his own. Bahini. Well done by Marwith to get there first, but it stays alive. Bahini, can he find an Altona Magic player? Kuczynski did get a foot to it, but in the end, Maker was able to block that. And Marwith collects. Now it's a chance for the Sharks. Can they get the 5th goal? Over the top. The flag stays down. It's Clark. Numbers in the box, trying to cut it back for Taylor. And now it's Reuven for Altona. As both sides just leaving their attackers forward. As the game gets more stretched. Jalal lays it to the edge of the box, trying to turn. There is McShane. And in the end, Beakhurst does well to get it away from Bahini, as the referee allows both sides to have a deep breath. What a game we have just witnessed. It is the Port Melbourne Sharks 4-0 up at half-time. Altona Magic hit back with 4 goals of their own in the second half. And one of the greatest NPL Victoria games you could ever want to see has just happened here at JL Murphy Reserve. The result doesn't help both sides that much in their bid to try to get into the top 6. But what an entertaining game of football we have just witnessed. And it all started with Daniel Clark in the 16th minute before Yuta Konagaya scored for Port to put them 2-0 up in the 25th minute. Maker made the most of a goalkeeping error from Vitakangas, and he scored in the 31st. Sam Ford was able to score in the 40th minute, and then they hit back Altona in the second half. Dane Milovanovic in the 60th minute, Daniel Kuczynski in the 62nd, and then it was a Troy Ruffin penalty in the 87th, and in the 92nd minute, it was Hassan Jalal who was able to get the goal from a cushioned header from McGarry, and that's the way it ends here at JL Murphy Reserve. What a game of football we've just witnessed in NPL Victoria. And there is a game currently underway, 26 minutes gone. It's Oakley Cannons 1, Avondale 1, so you can always find that on the NPL Victoria Facebook and YouTube pages and get a little bit more of NPL Victoria on your Saturday night. My name is Chris Gleeson. I hope you enjoyed the coverage, and we hope you continue to watch NPL Victoria. As we said, it is Oakley Cannons versus Avondale, and that's 1-1 in the 27th minute. Thank you and good night.